Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this Backlash preview and predictions video. So really looking forward to this show, genuinely looking forward to this show. I think that WrestleMania, the expectations are always really high, and this year we did not meet those expectations, but we are going into this show with expectations really low. People are excited for the main event, but outside of the main event, very quiet. We've got 4 matches announced. Last year we had 5. We can talk about what the other match is going to be, and we can predict not only the match, but who we think is going to win. So I feel like this should be quite a complete predictions video. But yeah, I just love this poster. I wanted to start with that because I think it looks so good. Obviously, we're in St. Louis. We're at the Enterprise Center. It's a pretty normal arena. It's going to be like 16, 17,000. Randy is from St. Louis. He is going to have the crowd on his side. That's going to help because obviously he's taking on John Cena for what is being billed as the last time. And this is obviously a famous rivalry. Their rivalry, all of their matches. I mean, this is one of the great WWE rivalries. They have faced off so many times. To think that this is going to be the last one does kind of make this really historic. And we're doing it in Randy's hometown. We're doing it in St. Louis. It's going to be a very pro-Randy crowd. That's going to help because WrestleMania was a very pro-John Cena crowd. They wanted to see history. They wanted to see 17 achieved. They got that. I don't think they got it quite the way they wanted it, but they got it. And so now I think we should see normality return, and we should see John getting booed. We should see Randy being cheered, the face getting the cheers, the heel getting the boos. There's still going to be a chunk of the audience that's going to ride with John because John has got such loyal support. But yeah, this should be better. Expectations are low going into this. Main event, though, is going to be one for the ages. I don't know that the match is going to deliver. I don't know that the quality of the match is going to be there. But if this really is the last time that John Cena is going to be facing Randy Orton in a match, I mean, it just is historic. So, yeah, I'm quite excited for this show. So, let's have a walk, shall we, through the announced matches and see where we end up. So here we've got the first one, Fatal 4-Way. This is Jacob Fatu defending his United States Championship against Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and LA Knight. Now, obviously, I think that Jacob retains. He only won that belt at WrestleMania, so I don't think he drops it back. I am looking at Solo because I do think Solo Jacob is a match we get this year, of course. I'm thinking SummerSlam, 2-day SummerSlam. Thinking that's where it takes place. So is it just a little bit too early to do anything there? I think we could certainly have Solo coming down, getting in the way. We could certainly get another chapter in the story. Don't know that we get the turn, but of course, Jacob and Solo could have several matches, and the final one could be at SummerSlam. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do there, but I'm always looking at Solo when it comes to the Solo Jacob kind of story that I know we're going to get. Obviously, Drew is expected to go after a main title, a major title, so I don't see him winning this. LA Knight recently had it. I don't think we go back to that. I think if it's not going to be Jacob, it would be Damian that would get his hands on it. But as I said, I don't think Jacob loses the belt here. Then we've got Pat against Gunther. I feel really sorry for Gunther, but I do sort of understand why they've booked this. I feel sorry for Gunther because he was world champion and now he finds himself in a match against a commentator, right? Against Pat. And, you know, Gunther, of course, should absolutely destroy him. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to have it be quite close. And then I think Gunther will probably cheat to get the advantage. And then he'll start beating down on Pat and he won't let up then. I expect Pat to be stretchered out. I expect people after to say, do you know what? Fair play to Pat. Fair play, respect, all that kind of stuff, right? He took a hell of a beating, blah, 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 blah. He gave it a good go, that kind of stuff, right? But I expect Gunther to get the win and for him to stand tall after. What I don't know is will Goldberg come out, because I feel like this is obviously to give Gunther a big win. It's obviously to make him look brutal, right? To get some momentum back. But, you know, does he keep beating down on Pat? And then Goldberg comes out. I do think there's a good chance we get Gunther Goldberg again, maybe at SummerSlam. So I am looking at that, but it might be a bit too early again. So it might be that this is just to give Gunther a savage, brutal win to send a message to the locker room. I don't know what message it sends, to be honest, because savagely beating up a commentator is not sending the strongest message, in my opinion. But we've got to start the rebuild, haven't we, after he lost the world title to Jey. So this is what they've decided to do. So there we go. Gunther wins is what I'm saying. Then we got Women's Intercontinental Championship match. This is going to be Lyra against Becky. Lyra, of course, the champion. She's had the belt now for a little while. She won it earlier this year. Becky's never had this belt. I think Becky would like this belt. I don't know which way this goes. I'm thinking Lyra retains. And the reason why I'm saying that is because your championship reign is really defined by the quality of the opposition you beat. So if Lyra beats people that we don't see that often, right, that are just backstage, it doesn't really mean much. But if she gets wins over Bayley, over Becky, it means a lot more. And it's a good way of building Lyra up. So I do feel like Becky needs this title. I don't know that she needs it now, but we could put the belt on Becky and then have Lyra win it back from her. Again, maybe SummerSlam. I mean, really, SummerSlam feels, because it's 2 days this year, and it's in a massive stadium, it feels like another WrestleMania. It feels like it's going to be a bigger deal than we've ever seen before for SummerSlam. I mean, really huge. So, yeah, there's lots of stuff that we could be doing now, seeds that we could be planting that are obviously going to show themselves at SummerSlam. So, I don't know. It's a real tricky one, this one. I'm thinking Lyra, but I could really see Becky getting it. So, I think I'll go Becky. I'll go Becky, and I think there's a chance that Lyra could get it back, as I said, at SummerSlam. Then, look, one last time, John Cena, Randy Orton, and this one's pretty straightforward. John Cena. I don't know how he's going to do it. It would be interesting if we were to get some help for John. John's going to need to cheat in some way. Obviously, he cheated and had a lot of help from Travis Scott at WrestleMania. Also, whilst the ref was down, he delivered a low blow. I don't know how they're going to have him cheat this time, but he's going to keep that championship. And I feel pretty good about that, because he was saying that he is going to leave as the last real champion. He's going to leave with the belt. WWE will have to make a new one out of thin air and crown a new champion. And he will never actually be beaten for this. I think that's a big, strong message they're going to keep shouting for a good chunk of the year. I don't think he loses here as a result. I don't think he loses here. I think John Cena is going to spend most of 2025 telling you that he's leaving with this belt. He's going to spend most of this year telling you he is the last real champion. And so it just doesn't make any sense for Randy Orton to beat him here. So I don't think Randy wins. Some people are saying Randy wins, Cena gets the belt back, Cena gets 18 and all this kind of stuff. I don't see that. I think that there's too many people that need to face John. I don't think we need to be doing rematches. So I'm going to say somehow John Cena retains. And I wonder if Seth might come to his aid. And a lot of people thought that Heyman and Seth were now working with The Rock and had sold their souls. And a lot of people thought that they were going to show on night 2 to help Cena. What if the plan was, let's not do it on night 2. Let's not reveal that they are working with The Rock and Cena at WrestleMania. Let's save it for Backlash. Maybe. So that's what I've got. Okay, in regards to other matches, so, I mean, look, people are already talking about it. This is a graphic made by this person. It's been doing the rounds down in the corner there. I can't even quite read it. But, yeah, Jey Uso, Logan Paul. So Logan's already stepped up to Jey. I don't think this match has been made official yet. I expect it to be made official. I think that Jey retains. I think we get this match, and I think that Jey retains. The reason why I say that is because I do think that Logan's going to get this belt eventually. I don't think WWE are eager to put that belt on him. I think they know that the fan base does not want that. And so I don't think they're eager to do it. I also think Jey is very popular. He might not be popular on social media. There's definitely corners of the internet that don't like him or rate him. But merch sales, Google searches, all of that stuff is saying that he is a big star. He is definitely over with the kids. and he shifts a lot of merch. And, you know, they, I think, are going to want to give him a run with this belt. So, yeah, I've got Jey retaining. I do think Logan gets it eventually, but I think they're trying to figure out how do we do that without really upsetting people. I mean, it might have to be a cash-in for Logan. I mean, hopefully it never happens, but I don't see him going away anytime soon. And so I really do think that he's going to get his hands on this belt eventually. He's only like 28, 29. If he's going to be in wrestling for the next 10 years or so, it's going to be really hard to see him not winning a World Heavyweight Championship at some point. The other match as well is this one. So here we've got Rhea and Io against Roxanne and, well, maybe Giulia. I mean, Giulia has been getting involved, and we've seen this for a few weeks now. Now, I don't know if that's going to be at Backlash or if we're going to do that on Raw. But yeah, it definitely feels like there's something brewing there, of course. So Rhea and Io against Roxanne and Giulia as a tag match. We could get that. It could be a way of showing off Giulia, showing off Roxanne, introducing them even more to the main roster crowd. So maybe we do that. I feel confident about Jey Logan. I don't feel as confident about this. If we do get this, then I'm going to say Rhea Io will pick up the win. Okay, we've got betting odds as well. So John Cena is minus 2,000 favorite to retain against Randy Orton. The bigger the minus number, the more of a favorite you are. So John Cena minus 2,000 is like pretty much guaranteed is winning. Lyra Valkyria at plus 250. Becky Lynch at minus 400. So Becky is the favorite. Gunther minus 800. Pat at plus 425. So, I mean, it's a bit disappointing, really. The odds makers have got John Cena at minus 2,000 against Randy, and Gunther's only minus 800 against Pat. So, it's a bit disappointing that that's not a bigger number. But I suppose they're thinking that is there a chance, like, that Pat's and his friends get involved, or maybe Goldberg comes down and costs Gunther the match? You know, is there a way that Pat gets it done? I mean, you do have to think about the egos of these celebrities. They don't really like being on the losing end of matches, but I'm going to be praying to the Lord above that Gunther gets the job done there. And then I just thought we'd have a look at the layout, right? So the current setup is 16,600. Tickets distributed 15,200. So there's still just over 1,000 tickets left. Should be sold out by the time we get to the event. And pretty simple, pretty straightforward, to be honest. Not really a show that has got loads of matches or loads of twists and turns. It's maybe there's a chance we could get like an Asuka returning. Maybe there's a chance we could get a Kairi Sane. As I said, maybe there's a chance that we get something between Jacob and Solo. Maybe there's a chance we get Goldberg. Maybe Seth reveals that he's on the same page as John. And that's going to make it harder to get the belt off John. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I think could go down. I don't know what goes down. I mean, it would be lovely to see the Wyatt 6 somewhere, but there's not really any matches at the moment that feel like this is where they could show. So I'm not expecting the Wyatt 6. But and they're always worth having a mention. You know, I am expecting them back soon. Maybe we're just trying to get past Backlash first. And once we're past Backlash, I think there's a good chance we could see a draft as well. So, yeah, lots happening. Big summer on the way. And as we said, SummerSlam looks like it's going to be absolutely flipping huge. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Appreciate the support as always. And I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.